Gary, really entertaining game and more positive feeling now for us to going into the international break. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I thought first half we looked maybe a little bit nervous defensively as a team, but I still thought there was some good stuff. To go a goal down, of course, in the way that we did was disappointing, because even I had a real good feeling about it. I felt as though we'd go and win the game coming into it, and to go and get a goal back in the way that we did, to then concede another goal frustratingly, but that seems to be the way at the moment, doesn't it? So, and then we have a choice. I think in some ways we have a choice to lie down a little bit, or we have a choice to show that spirit and fight that we've shown so many times to stay in the division last season. And I'm really pleased that the players did what you would expect them to do, which is chase the game with a lot more verve second half, a lot more energy, a lot more quality. But we got in some really, really good positions, and in truth I thought was by far the better team second half, and should have probably, apart from the chance we conceded at the end, probably should have gone on and won the game.
Yeah, really good team performance, particularly in that second half, and some outstanding individual performances. Of course, Cameron getting the equaliser. Will looks like a handful up front, and Brian in the middle of the park gave everything there as well. We're starting to see a lot more from him now.
Yeah, again, we spoke about it. I spoke about, quite frankly, at the start we're a little bit behind, and you can see one or two of those players catching up now. Someone like Brian coming into a new division, new intensity levels, and I think for someone like him, the games are absolutely crucial. It's only his second game in the league, I think. So, he will get better and better. But you can see what a real quality player that he is. And like you say with Will, Will's the same. He gets into some great areas, and he looks like he's going to go and score. He looks like he wants to go and get into those positions, like all good strikers do. And certainly looks like a really promising young player.
And Cam using all of his experience here just to move the ball a couple of yards to the right, didn't he?
Yeah, I think just when the old back's turned, you just move it 6 inches to the right and just opens up a little bit of a gap. But listen, he's been absolutely deadly, hasn't he? For someone to be able, I thought his whole performance was brilliant today, Cam. Sometimes he almost tries too hard in games and ends up running himself out of shape and into the ground. But but his spirit when you're behind to try and drag the team back into it is phenomenal, and his quality in those moments. There can't be many people that strike a better dead ball than him, and it's another great example of that.
I mean, there's still 42 games to go, but is it important to go into this break with that positive momentum and the crowd and the backing that we had today?
Yeah, I thought the atmosphere was brilliant again. I mean, the crowd have been fantastic. We spoke about it before, but you lose 3 games and lose a cup game 6-0. You'd expect the crowd maybe to be a little bit grumbly if you're 1-0 down. Certainly other clubs I've been at would have done that, but our fans have just kept going, kept behind, almost doubled down on it, and went even harder with the songs and with the sort of atmosphere and praise for the team. I think also they saw a team trying everything they can. We know in this division you're going to come across teams that sometimes have riches that we can't compare with, but that spirit and that fight, if you see that out there, you can sort of accept anything really. So disappointed we didn't win, but pleased with the point, and certainly very, very pleased with large parts of the second half performance.
And an important international break for us as well, because we have signed some players that haven't featured yet, and we've got a real opportunity now to get them on the grass and get them ready for Leicester. Yeah,
I think that's been one of the frustrations. One of the frustrations really have just been that we haven't been able to get those players out there, and whenever we do, we seem to lose another 2 or 3. And it's very, very hard for continuity. You look at a lot of the other teams in the division seem to be able to put more or less similar 11s out most weeks, and we haven't had the luxury to do that. So yeah, I think it's important we get the players back. It's important we keep them back, and I think you'll start to see the team and the performances really grow.
Perfect, Kenny. Thank you.
All right, Cam. It feels like most times when we do these post-match interviews, we're always talking through some kind of free kick. How was that one today?
I just said there, yeah. To be honest, I haven't really seen it back. I just remember shifting, and lucky enough, it went round the wall and went in, and yeah, a good feeling. And on another day, we maybe could have nicked a win, but we'll take a point against a very good team, and it's something to build on a base now.
And obviously on the free kick, I think a few people spotted in the stands that you moved the ball a little bit to the right when a few players weren't watching. Is that correct?
Yeah, to be honest, yeah. They were all calling me a cheat in there, but that's part of the game. And yeah, I clocked the wall wasn't watching, and yeah, I did shift it to the right. And I don't think the keeper could see through the wall. Lucky enough, there was a gap, and yeah, I found that gap and bent it round and he went in.
And coming into the game, it's been no secret that it's been a tough start for us, and going behind early on wasn't easy, but the boys just kept digging in, didn't they? But didn't give up at all.
Yeah. Sometimes it can be frustrating, and we know we haven't started the season well, and no one's been happy with that in there. nobody likes losing, and to be honest, I've been in a bit of a rut the past, I don't know how long, just because we hate losing, and I know every single one of them has been the exact same. So it was nice to get a point today, and like I say, build a base, and we have to work on that and try and improve now and get, hopefully, the next game 3 points.
And we've got the international break, we've got obviously Leicester coming up after that. Would that be nice for the boys just to get a bit of downtime, because it has been a pretty intense start?
Yeah, we just said that then, and I've actually got a little boy on the way, so I'm hoping that he turns up any day, to be honest, just so we can get a bit of time with him, and then I can get back into training. But yeah, it'd be nice just to get a bit of downtime and recharge the batteries and go again. Yeah.
Awesome, Cam. Well, thank you very much.
Cheers.